so I busted, it's not busted, but I lost like a little screw that I need for the freaking suction cup camera thing in the window. So there's not going to be a car talk beyond just a little POV. So this is what it really looks like. This is the actual Sam perspective of a night lift, and you know, a little bleak. I'm sure if you live in a crazy city like a Miami or a Vegas or LA, you know, you got freaking skyscrapers and just flashier buildings. But shit, man, shit works for me, that's for sure. But now plans for a crazy chest pump, and I guess we'll just see how that ends up happening in, you know, just a couple of seconds. I'll actually, you know, since there's no car talk, I'll do it a little bit more of an extensive warm up. Normally I just jump straight into the working sets, but I'll show the full shoulder, tricep, kind of everything warm up as well. So this is actually probably the most complete chest day that I've recorded for a while. I always record every working set, but not the warm up so much. So let's just get started. All right, sorry about no warm up. I just listened to Lost Boys by Essinger and Young Medicine for the first time today, and it's getting me amped up. So let's get started. Okay, let's just do one of those and move on. I didn't know that feels so light. I don't know, that's sweet. Like, obviously not light, but you know. Let's go back and forth. So after this, incline converging chest press will be sweet, but let's do a heavy hand over hand press. So, you know, this is cause for concern for some. Personally, I like it. Maybe try it and see what you think. Okay. Whew. Holy crap. Yeah. Look, whether you like it or not, that is a lot of upper pec activation. But let's move on. I might just come back to this because that felt pretty good. 3 plates will do nicely. So even though this is a machine, it kind of matches. No, I'm a little stronger here. You've got better leverage because the weight is loaded behind the handle. So you got that like mechanical advantage. But if I can do 3 on Smith, usually I can do 3 here. If I can do 4 on Smith, maybe I'll go for 4 here too, right? But I know 3 is a good weight. I don't have to do a feeler set. I don't have to warm up again. I'm already warm. Like, I'm not only warm, like if I totally had to stop right now and just do a pump check, I wouldn't be super upset. Obviously I'm not done, but we're well on the way to something. So let's just go nuts on this one. So this is one of the machines I moved so I could be right in front of the mirror. All right. All right. Okay. Two. 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 Okay. Oh my gosh. One more of those. I'm gonna do a different handle though. Okay. Oh my gosh. Whew. Okay. Back to the cable. All right, I lied. I think a pec deck and then a cable finisher will be solid. I definitely, well, I don't want to say overdid it because I didn't feel any twinges or tweaks or anything. But I think starting with the 150s was a little rash. I don't think I should be doing that as much as an off season. If I'm full of carbs, I mean, shit, give me the 160s. But yeah, I don't want to put myself at risk of any kind of pulling. All right. Okay. Yeah. Today is very pressing heavy. So I think that's what I'm going to finish with. 120 instead of 150 like I started with. And instead of a back and forth, I'll just do a standard in, hold, repeat until I got a burnout. But let me pick a slightly better song. Okay. Two. Okay. Okay. That is all. Let's get some lighting set up and see how we're looking. All right. Yeah, so what was that? 150s, cable press, converging press times 2, so 2 converging press sets, pec deck, finisher cable. And sometimes I do a little extra, like bend over on a bench and do some squeezing pump reps. Didn't feel necessary today. So a solid 6 set only workout. And honestly, out of all the ones that I do, this is probably the most explainable lower volume workout, because I feel like the weight / intensity, definitely the weight a little bit, was pushing the envelope in terms of like it was heavy. So usually you'd think, okay, more heavier sets, or more of the sets being heavier to failure, less volume, and vice versa, you know. But I don't think that's actually like a 1-to-1. Like, it's not so cut and dry as, okay, I'm going to do half the weight, but double the volume, or I'm going to do double the weight in, like, it's not like that, you know. It's more, yeah, I think it's very reasonable to say that it's more of an art than a science. And the only reason I say that is because it's so demanding from like a mental effort like side of things rather than just like sitting studying a formula, because I this argument gets it's countered very easily, because I'm going to say, look, you should be the guy who kills it on every set, not the guy who tries to put all his effort into writing the craziest, fanciest program. And then the argument is, well, what if I write an awesome program and go crazy? Well, then you're good. Honestly, I think the going crazy part is the filling of the pie. And the technicality of your training is the crusts and, the lacing on top. I could eat a damn good pie, and the lacing could, excuse my French, look like shit. It's just not so consequential, I feel. I'm more concerned with how hard can I go. Like, okay, there's guys out there going harder than me. I want to be up there with them. Not, crap, I didn't get the maximum neural recruitment on the 150s. Turn the camera off, I'm leaving. But that's one lifter's take. And don't take it as anything more than that. You know what I'm saying? But let's pose down. Let's see how we're actually looking. Oh my goodness. Doing a front double bicep is actually harder with a chest pump than probably any other pump, because I'm trying to pull my arm like up and back, and it's pulling against me just from the tension. But this is what I want to see as time passes. More of this grain. Not the grainiest guy in the world yet, but that's not nothing. Like that's actually semi-reasonable separation of like mid to upper chest. And the difference between me now and me in 3 months isn't that I've gained more size or I've gained more muscle density or texture. That's already in there. That's already in the marble. And I'm just trying to chip away at the body fat on the outside layer, keeping me from being able to see it. Like the size has been gained, at least for this current diet. And I'm just trying to reveal it by getting rid of the body fat on the outside. But that's all I got. Let's get out of here.